Hi, I'm Slater of Sport in Ferret. This is episode 1 of Wales Women Football Stars, featuring Wales record goal scorer Helen Ward. Hi Helen, thanks for joining me.
No problem, thank you for having me.
No problem. So obviously this time has been tough for everyone involved. How have you personally been dealing with lockdown, both physically and mentally?
Yeah, so it's obviously been a strange kind of experience that none of us expected. You know, I got home from the last Welsh camp, the Estonia game, and then within 3 or 4 days, the whole country had pretty much been shut down. So it was a real change in focus from being away with a lot of people in close proximity to then being in your house with just your family and not really seeing anyone else. So yeah, that took a little while to adjust to. Obviously, I'm used to going out and training and stuff and keeping myself fit that way, but we had to be creative at home. My husband and I managed to buy a treadmill, which has helped fitness-wise. So we've got that set up in the spare bedroom. That's become a little gym. And yeah, we've just been spending a lot of time as a family together, going on walks. That's been good for our mental health, getting out in the fresh air, enjoying the sunny weather that we had, particularly for the beginning and middle of this period. So yeah, it's been different, but I've tried to make the most of it. Obviously, some days better than others, and sometimes you just wish that things went back to normal. And then the next day you might think, well, actually, it's not too bad, and I'm not missing as many things as I thought I would. So, been a roller coaster, but generally it's been okay.
And have you been getting involved in all the fun stuff like the online quizzes and all the Zoom calls?
Oh yeah, so we've had a weekly Zoom call with Watford, my Watford team, doing quizzes. We did a race night one night. I've had a family quizzes and joined in with some of my husband's golf quizzes as well. So yeah, we've got involved in all that sort of stuff online, and you know, as I said, making the most of the outdoors with the kids and stuff like that. So everything that most people have been doing, baking, that's been another popular one. I've become an expert in brownie making, so if anyone wants any, you know where to find me. But yeah, it's been, as I said, we've tried to make the most of it as best we can.
And how have Watford and the FAW been supporting their players during this time?
Yeah, so Watford have sent us programs to be getting on with. We've had the online Zoom calls, but there's never been any pressure. It's sort of been, if you need us, we're here, but we don't want you to feel you have to do it. Everybody's dealing with it in their own way. Some people want to switch off from football for a bit and focus on things that are closer to home, family and work and stuff like that. Whereas others have been keen to get involved and keep some sort of familiarity about it all. So that's been really helpful. We've all been checking in on each other on WhatsApp in our player group, as well as the one with the staff in as well. And you know, there's been some good conversations in there. We had a really good and productive whole squad, you know, first team and 23s on Saturday, that went on for a couple of hours and was really good to hear from everyone. So that's been great. And in terms of Wales, we've had Jane helping us out, sending emails, keeping us in the loop with changes to fixtures and that kind of thing, and again making sure that we're all doing okay, and any questions we need, we're obviously able to get in touch. So yeah, we've had the support there, so I'm very grateful for that. There hasn't been sort of radio silence or anything like that.
Do you think this pandemic has affected the longevity of your career in any way?
Yeah, so my initial plan was hopefully to retire after the Euros next summer. The plan, obviously, we wanted to qualify and finish in 2021, and that would have been me quite happily hanging up my boots and moving on to the next stage of my life and my career. That's obviously kind of gone out the window a little bit, and there have been times during the last couple of months where I've thought, can I be bothered to go back to it? Is it worth it? But then I quickly switch off and think, no, it is. I need to carry on. If it means playing an extra year or two, then so be it. You know, my dream has always been to play in a major tournament for Wales, but also from a Watford perspective, I'm really enjoying my time there. And we've got unfinished business. We weren't able to be promoted this season due to the pandemic, and you know, that's something that I really want to be a part of, and hopefully we can do next season. So yeah, it might have just added on a year or two to my career, even though I was expecting to hang them up next summer.
And do you think this pandemic has hindered the growth of women's football in any way? Or is it on such an uprise that it's only going to keep growing?
I think time will tell, to be honest. It could be a really good opportunity to make the most of it, but I don't know if enough has been done to try and capitalise on this period with no football. I think women's football could have come to the fore and come up and been really sort of come up with new ideas and things like that, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Hopefully, if we do take any steps back, that they'll be quickly recovered. And like you said, it was on such an upward trajectory at the time that the pandemic hit, that hopefully that momentum won't be completely lost, and in the coming sort of 6 months, year, we can pick up from where it's left off. From a Welsh point of view, obviously we're still hoping that this campaign is going to end in a good way, and we're going to end up in the Euros. And if that happens, I think that's only going to do wonders for Welsh football. So, we've got a job to do over the next 4 games, and hopefully that will see us in the summer of 2022 competing in the European Championship.
And you have first class honours in sports writing and broadcasting. How are you planning to use that platform to continue the growth of women's football?
Yeah, I don't know really, to be honest. I think there's quite a few potential career paths that I could go down, whether it's the sort of broadcasting route or just journalism, or working within a club in that sort of environment to try and lift the profile of somewhere like Watford, for example, which will in turn hopefully have an impact on the wider game as a whole. So I haven't really got any sort of plan set in stone as such, but I've got lots of ideas that I'd hope to give a go at some point. But yeah, watch this space.